and we're on week 2 of our 4-week series for this painting. If you are coloring with us today, you can go to the email and click on the link and print out the picture and continue joining us today. But if not, bring out your painting and let's get started. The picture you see right now will be our final product today. Alright you guys, we're gonna keep going on this painting. It looks so good already and it can only get better from here. This week, we're doing the story of the lost son, and the lost son was coming home to his father and he was on a winding path. And so today we're going to be doing the grass, which is what the green line was for, and we're gonna be doing a path. So as we do that today, I just want you to keep in mind that Jesus loves you so much and that he is running down with open arms from the path to greet you when you come back home to him. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a medium green. And we are going to add that all across the top half of the grass. And so what we're gonna do is the top half needs to be a darker, and then the bottom half is a lighter green with a mix of a darker. The reason we do this is because it gives it a different depth field, and which is always a good idea. So I'm gonna get my big brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dip right into this green, and I'm just gonna pat it across. I'm patting it up into the sunset a little bit, just to give it that green like look. It kind of looks a little bit like grass. Might be a stretch to call it grass, but it does look a little bit like grass. So I'm gonna do this for the whole top half, and I'll see y'all in a second. Alright guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to mix our light green with our medium green, and we're going to do that exact same thing right across the bottom. And we're even going to mix a little bit into the top where there's white spots. So it just all kind of blends together. So I'm just mixing my light green and my medium green. It can be pretty marbled actually. It usually is pretty marbled with grass because it's not all the same color, right? Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll see y'all in a second. Alright you guys, I'm gonna add some more of that medium green into this bottom half, just to still give it that extra like boost of like that extra push. It just makes it look so much different than what we normally do. It just gives it such a different texture, and it helps keep it real, you know? Because it's hard to make things look real if it's all one color, because not a lot of things are one color. They're all usually pretty vibrant and different. Nothing is ever super identically the same, right? So we're just touching up some patches up here, adding some more dark green down here. All in all, it looks really good, you guys. We're gonna have to let this dry before we add the path, because obviously the path is gonna go on top of it. So we're gonna let this dry for a couple minutes, and then I'll see y'all in a couple seconds. Alright you guys, so we let it dry. I actually used a blow dryer, which is a cool tip. It helps go faster so you don't have to wait for it to dry. So now we're gonna add the path. We're gonna get our medium-sized angle brush, and we're gonna mix a dark brown and white. And if I don't like that blend, I can add some black to make it look a little bit grayer. And I might just have to wait and use that for shadowing. So we're gonna go ahead and get our dark brown. And the path is gonna wind. The key with paths, something to remember, is that the closer it gets to the edge of the painting, the bigger the path needs to look. And what I mean by that is at like the beginning, at the very top. It's not going to be super big, but it's not going to be super small either. And we're just gonna start like right here by the door. But as it gets closer to like the edge where you want it to be, it needs to get bigger, which it gives it that 3D depth. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with one line. We're gonna trail out, come back this way, and go down like that. So that's our little path. But what really defines it is this second line. So the second line kind of follows it. It's starting to get bigger. And it doesn't have to exactly follow it. That's the thing. Because these are dirt paths, they're not perfect, which is really nice. Who is doing that? It's really nice because they're not perfect. Is anybody gonna let me say they're not perfect?
We're not perfect, okay? There you go.
It's really nice because they're not perfect, so it doesn't uphold a standard of perfectionism, because they didn't really have like concrete or anything back then. So any path that was made was like worn down by like the dirt and all of that fun stuff. It was a dirt path. It wasn't made by the dirt. People just wore down the grass whenever they walked to the house, and so eventually it became a path just like that. And we'll add some shadows with some dark brown in a minute. But the best part about this is it just looks cool. Like, I love doing paths because it gives your picture a whole new set of, like, a whole new depth perspective. Because when you look at a house, you're like, okay, that's cool, but do I really know how far away that is supposed to be from the edge of the canvas? And when you add a path, it actually gives it like a depth. Like, you're like, oh, that's kind of far. Or, oh, that's not far at all. Or, oh, that's really far. And your house size can affect that, but I think we all have seen like giant houses and you're like, whoa, that's really close. And it's really not. It's pretty far away. So that just gives it a different thing. Here at the bottom, you want to make sure that you cover up your grass, because the grass would not be left at the bottom. We want to make sure we cover that up. Now we're just going to add some shading. So we're going to take our dark brown and just do a little corner right here. It should blend in pretty well. And we're just going to add some shading wherever we want, really. Like, there would be some rut patterns from where some cartwheels pulled, so you can do it in the middle of the road like that. You can do some shading like right here. I'm gonna add some at the ends too, right here. I'm gonna add some at the front of the house, because the house would actually cast a shadow onto the path. So just like that. Add a little more so it's a little bit more obvious. Just like that. All right, so paths are really easy. They're very simple. Doesn't take very long at all, actually. That's our lost son story. The father was waiting for his son with open arms and he ran towards him down the road. You guys, this is such a cool picture. Be back next week for week number 3 of this awesome painting, and I will see y'all later. Bye.